this episode, I will be demonstrating how to navigate Client Portal to use the frequently asked questions as well as how to open a ticket. To begin, start off by navigating to the Client Portal website and enter in your username and password. Once you have signed in, you will be taken to the welcome screen where you can navigate to the frequently asked questions. To do this, we'll select the link under Product Information for FAQs. Once you've navigated to the Frequently Asked Questions page, you'll be able to select the product using the product dropdown for all of the different applications you've subscribed to from FIS. So we'll select Commercial Capture Express, and we'll see that there are already some pre-populated values. To narrow this down, we can enter in a keyword into either the question or answer fields. So even if you're not exactly sure what it is that you're looking for, if you do have a keyword, we can enter that in. So for instance, if we enter in API, it will narrow down the search results to 1. And if we expand that under the WebScan subcategory, we can see WebScan API failed to initialize. So if we expand that as well, we'll see a list of different troubleshooting steps that you can take to try to resolve the issue. Now, if you're still having problems after you've tried the solutions that are listed under the frequently asked questions, you can still open a ticket. To do this, we would scroll back up to the top, and we're going to navigate to the ticket link underneath support. You can see that there are several different options here, and if we'd like to open up a new ticket, we'll just select the option for New Ticket. Here we'll see a product dropdown again, which does display all of the products that you have subscribed to from FIS, but we'll select the product in which we're trying to open the ticket. So we'll open this for Commercial Capture Express. Then we're going to choose the request type. For any requests that need to go to support, we'll select the OneTouch CCX support. Please also note that under the type description, it does indicate that any tickets logged after 6 p.m. Central Time may not be processed until the next business day. So there will be 2 more boxes that we need to input information regarding the ticket. The ticket summary is going to be a brief description of the customer's issue. So even if we have a very detailed explanation as to what's going on, we want to make this as brief as possible with the most information that we can. So in the ticket summary, let's include customer is getting an error about the API failing to load. This will indicate that the customer is getting a very specific error message, and that will help us narrow down what's going on. Now the ticket description, using the Client Portal user guide, you'll notice that there are a few key points to include into your ticket. The issue, which is the description of the problem encountered, the impact, how this issue is specifically impacting your institution and or your customer. For example, merchants are unable to log in, deposits are stuck on the branch capture engine, exports are failing every hour on the hour, process taking longer than normal and missing deadlines, business costs incurred, etc. The next is going to be the frequency and scope. So how often is this issue occurring, and is it isolated or a system-wide issue? Next, you'll want to include the environment. As much detail as possible about the operating environment, such as the product version, the product updates installed, if known, the scanner type, network environment, operating system, etc. You can also include the steps to recreate, so if the error is reoccurring, what steps have been observed or taken to reproduce the error. Also, the expected results. So what did you expect the results to be? The actual results, which is another area we would like to be as specific as possible. So what's actually happening that's different from what's supposed to be happening? And then any additional data. So is there a workaround available? What specific troubleshooting steps have you taken? In your ticket, it's important to at least include the issue, the impact, the frequency and scope, as well as any additional data. This will help to ensure that we are able to address your ticket as quickly as possible. So in our example ticket, for the issue I've listed that the customer is getting an error when trying to scan with WebScan. Error API failed to load. The impact I have listed customer is unable to deposit remotely, so all deposits would need to be mailed in as they are located several hours from the nearest branch location. This is affecting our reputation with our client. Frequency and scope I have listed. This is occurring each time that the customer attempts to scan using WebScan. For the environment, the customer is using a Vision X scanner on a Windows 7 64-bit operating system. Steps to recreate are that the customer logs into CCX, enters in batch information, and clicks on Create Batch. Expected results, WebScan initializes with no issue, and customer can scan Submit Batch. Actual results, WebScan indicates the API failed to load. Additional data, I visited the frequently asked questions and attempted the troubleshooting that was provided, but I am unable to see the device listed in the device manager. So once you're satisfied with your ticket, you can click on Save. Once we've clicked on Save, you'll notice a pop-up that indicates that your ticket was successfully created, as well as the ticket number. This is going to be a reference number for you in the event that you need to call in regarding your ticket. So we'll select OK, and we'll be able to view our ticket details. If you'd like to add a note to your account, so for instance, if you forgot to add some information, or you've discovered new information that you'd like to add to your ticket, we can select the option to add a note. So in the note, let's add, I can be reached between 3 p.m. Central Time and 5 p.m. Central Time to work on this issue. And then we want to select the option to email the contact. What this will do is send an email to the ticket owner that a note was added. And then we'll click Save. Once this is finished processing, you'll notice that your note is now listed under the notes. You can see who created it, when it was created, and the description. The next thing that you can do is you can add an attachment. So if you have a screenshot that you need to add, or a picture of a device, or a report that needs viewed, we can do that all through the Add Attachment. So we'll select that option. We'll select Browse, browse to the location of the file, select the file, and then click Open. Once we've selected the file, we'll enter in a description about what the item is. So in this case, I've just added a general information bulletin, so I'll put in here, bulletin. And then we'll save. Then you'll notice on your ticket that we can see the note as well as the attachment that we've added. Then we can close the ticket. Then we'll be returned to the home screen for the tickets, and we'll notice that our ticket is now showing underneath our list of tickets. We can filter this out by selecting the CCX option and navigating that over into the selected products. Then if we leave the statuses open and select Search, this will narrow down the results to just the CCX ticket. We can also change the status to closed, so if we change the status to closed and then select Search, we can see all of the tickets that we have for CCX that have been closed. And that's it. Now you know how to navigate to the frequently asked questions, as well as how to open a ticket. Thank you for viewing this training video. To learn more, please check out our other training modules. If you have questions, navigate to our Frequently Asked Question page for answers to commonly asked questions. If you do not see an answer to your question, or if you need additional assistance, feel free to create a ticket on Client Portal.